so satisfying.
When she was working, she had like a big job, so she had to kind of dress up. And I remember she was taking a cab home. This is when she still lived in New York City. She was taking a cab home. And does not have the most control. She's got bad stomach issues, and it can cause problems. So she's in like a dress, like a nice jacket, like tights, like heels, and she gets out of the cab because she's like, I'm not gonna make it. I don't know. I got to run out and try to find a bathroom.
She's a lady.
She is a lady, dressed like a lady.
Yeah.
And she's like on Park Avenue, looking like there's no like a Starbucks there. There's no, and she's like, okay, it's happening, like bridesmaid style. And if you know tights, they're almost like netting, right? So they got little holes.
Oh no! And it was
bad.
One or two. How could you even? I think
she called her husband and was like, "You need to come bring me a change of clothes." He goes, "I'm not doing this anymore." He goes, "I'm not doing this
anymore."
Well, because like her emergencies happen often, but he said, "I'm not. I will not."
But it looked like the Play-Doh Fun Factory.
I will not get. I mean, yes, it did.
It wasn't fun though.
Not fun at all.
And the husband said, "I'm not gonna do it anymore."
No, he was like, "I've had it with this. Like, grow up. You figure this out. You get in a car with that. I will not be seen in public with you like that. I'm not bringing you clothes. You need to get your shit under control, literally."
Yeah. But he's right.
Yes.
She does. She can't like. If that happens once,
Not even embarrassed. She wasn't even embarrassed.
if that happens once, you need to like fully assess your life and go, it's time for a change.
Yeah.
Something is wrong. You can't. I'm a human being who basically all problems, I go back to me and go, how can I change? What can I do about this situation?
Do you?
To change. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
just your style.
That's my style. But there are some incidents that are so large in scale
right.
that no matter what your personality type is, you go, something has to change. There's no sort of going, well, this happened and it could have happened to anybody, because it could not have happened to anybody.
Get your sphincter muscle, like with a couple stitches in it?
No, there has to be. It's not looseness. Okay? There has to be some kind of, whether it's dietary, whether it's general lifestyle, and sometimes it's not even related. Like, you know what? If I didn't live in such utter chaos,
Yeah.
maybe it wouldn't, reveal itself in ways like Play-Doh Fun Factory.
Right. I think it was even like a little, I don't know how to say this without making you vomit. Like, I think a little, it was less Play-Doh like.
You're right.
I mean,
So it was more like a fountain. Yeah. I mean, and then the fact that like people see this.
Yeah, like she's on Park Avenue.
And Park Avenue, and you're with people. And then you go like, I got to call my husband and tell him, are you kidding me? I would take that to my grave. I would first, here's what would happen. That happened to me.
She told us and couldn't stop laughing.
She loved that.
She thought it was hysterical. She didn't love it, but she thought it was hysterical.
I would go, I'm never telling anybody. Anybody that saw it, I'm never speaking. They're out of my life forever. Forever. And like, I'm coming home. I don't care if I'm naked from the waist down and my wife thinks I had a horrible affair. I'd rather her think that and we deal with that and go to couples counseling and do everything that you have to do than ever come out with the truth being like, honey, I never committed infidelity. I would never do that to you. I just had an accident.
Poop my pants.
I had an accident in my pants.
You do not like to say poop. Like you keep
I don't like
saying,
any of it.
You don't like any of it. Like
I'm not a scatological guy.
So scatological? What's that mean?
Scat.
Like poop. Scat. I feel like if that had happened to your wife, I mean, obviously you would never let it get to that point because you probably never marry somebody who would do such a thing.
Right. We keep the chaos to a minimum.
But if it had, like, could you ever have sex with her again? Or would you always be thinking about the Play-Doh?
I would be there for her in the moment. And then it probably would forever.
Out?
It would just change things forever.
Yeah.
It would be a forever change. And there would be, like, in order to save things, I would have to work on myself and like do psychological exercises to get
hypnotized to forget it all.
Maybe a hypnotism,
right?
Just to get myself out of that space.
What else do you do?
You're done. You never look at this person the same way again. And I said, I know in sickness and in health, but this doesn't apply to either of those two things.
They went on to have 2 babies. They didn't even have kids then.
Oh.
You're disgusting.
It's disgusting.
So you,
especially if she ever put on fishnets again, never.
And they weren't even fishnets because fishnets would have allowed more room. But like actual tights, it's like
micro.
It's even worse. It's even more of a fun factory.
You're like, I probably wouldn't even want to go out with her ever again. Stay in the house all the time.
Like she's the kind of person that's like, pull over and like sees a box and is like, I'll shit in the box.
You can't do that as a person. You can't do that as a human.
You can.
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't. I still love her.
You should never do that.
I know. Oh.
This story has been told before, so it's okay that I'm telling it.
Okay.
And plus, I was there for it.
Okay.
There was and this is vomiting in public.
Okay.
Which that, I think, is a far more sort of, people have
Right.
been there, a wild night.
Yeah.
So one night, I was out for the evening, and the WWE was in town. It was in New York,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
And it was when Caroline's Comedy Club was still there.
Yeah.
And so I went to this,
R.I.P.
yeah, I went to this live podcast with a bunch of people and some WWE people. It just ended up naturally congregating. It was a
Okay.
beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, showed up. I said, Mark, great to see you. And Pat McAfee came by because he had earlier been hanging out with Mark Henry.
Okay.
And this was a pre-ESPN Pat. And Pat was deciding, Pat's not a big, he has been a big party guy, but now is
Right.
careful.
Reformed?
It's not fully reformed. He's just careful and specific about it. And this was also before he was a father. It was pre-ESPN. It was pre a lot of
Okay.
things. Okay. So he goes he had already been drinking earlier and he shouldn't have come out. You know, when you realize he shouldn't have come out, but he did come out.
That's like Matt most nights.
Right. And the good times were going to continue.
Mm-hmm.
So we walked from this venue where we were at to Caroline's.
Okay.
And Pat, in the middle of Times Square, started doing football stances and faking out cars. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, this is going to be. And I almost felt like I was back in college where I was like with my friend, giggling, having a great time, but also knew I did bear a certain responsibility just to make sure that everybody gets home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we get to Caroline's and he goes, wait, I'm going to stop at the bar. And I was like, okay, I'm going into the showroom. And so I went into the showroom and he disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, maybe he went to the bathroom and decided to turn around and go home.
Maybe
That's what it was.
Irish
no,
goodbye?
that's what it was. He went to the bathroom. I was like, okay, I'm going into the showroom. He was like, okay, I'll see you in there. And then I didn't see him again. And I was like, okay, maybe he went home because he realized.
Pat, where art thou?
Right. I go, maybe he went home because he realized, okay, this has gone too far.
Right.
So I said, okay, that's probably for the best. Let me just. And then I see him walking in like 25 minutes later.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, okay, maybe he is still here. I remember the Caroline's Comedy Club, the way it was set up, there was the showroom, but the bar was on the outside.
Right.
So he's walking in and he's looking around. He's headed towards where I am and a bunch of other folks are, Mark Henry included. And so he's headed over to us and he's there. And then this like waiter, maybe it was the bartender, I don't know, is in a panic, comes running in waving this receipt. And he saw us and he walked over to the table. He's like, you got to pay this, man. You got to pay this.
It was McAfee's.
He had bought out the bar for everybody. It was full. And so it's thousands of dollars.
You're not paying it.
No, and that's why I'm getting you home. That's all I'm doing. He's like, all right. And he's signing and stuff. And then.
Do you because you don't drink. So like in those situations, are you like uber annoyed or can you
No.
find it
We're having a great time.
Okay.
It's very entertaining. We're having a great time. And I go, okay, like we're just seeing where it goes.
Okay.
And then the show starts. And I'm sitting in the comedy tables are very small, and I'm sitting with Pat, and he starts like kind of like dozing off on the table, and like the waiter would come over, and it got to the point where the waiter would go, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, everything's fine.
I got this.
Everything's fine. Don't worry about it." And we moved him over to like the couch area where he was sitting next to Mark Henry, and now I got Mark Henry on my side. I go, okay, now we can, because I'm realizing this may be too much for just little old me. And so it gets to the point where he's like drifting off. It's getting noticeable. Mark and I are both like, let's get out of here, Pat. Let's get out of here. He's like, okay. We had to kind of boost Pat up on our shoulders a little bit. And when I say we, the world's strongest man had
not
to
you.
carry Pat.
You were there for looks.
So we get out through the back. And Mark goes, okay, you guys sit. And if you go through the back of Caroline's, it takes you to an office lobby.
Okay.
And there's a security guy there. And he goes, Sam, you sit with Pat on these couches. I'm going to go outside and get an Uber. I go, perfect. So I'm sitting with Pat, and then Pat is sitting on the couch across from me. He's like, yeah. And he starts leaning over. I go, no. Let's go outside. And the security guard goes, what's going on? And Pat starts, unfortunately, regurgitating.
Yeah.
And you just hear the guy going, oh, no. And so we start ushering. In the room.
Oh.
And we start ushering Pat outside, right?
But if you hadn't said no, it would have been in your lap?
No, because we were on couches that were
Okay.
across from each other.
Oof.
No, I wasn't saying no. The guy
Right, no,
was
I
saying,
know,
no.
I know, but still, I mean.
And so we go outside. We're waiting for the Uber. It's almost there. Mark Henry's on the corner. I've already decided, like, there's not going to be enough room in the Uber for all of us.
Yeah.
So you big guys go in that one. I'm going to get a smaller one over
Yeah.
here. Don't even
Although-
worry about that.
Clean one.
And as I'm waiting for, Pat's now got his hands on his knees, leaned over, like thrown up on the sidewalk.
Okay.
And these tourists walk by and they walk by and they just look and they don't know who Pat is because he's leaned over and
No.
also, he's just kind of, his media career is just starting to take off. And they go, ugh. Oh, and they're like making the ugh. And then they look up and they go, are you Mark Henry? He's like, yeah, we're a little busy right now. Yeah. And they're just thrilled to meet Mark Henry.
My
So we all get back to the hotel. Pat is unsure what room he's in, but he's in the lobby trying to talk to him. I go, all right, see you tonight. Good night. And we go upstairs, right? The next morning, we're on the same bus to go to the arena.
Yeah.
We get on the announcer bus, and I'm texting Pat going, hey, man, the bus is here, not knowing, hope he makes it. And at the last minute, he had a pair of sunglasses. He rolled on. And I go, buddy, I'm glad you made it. He goes, yeah, man, rough night. And I go, yeah. And he goes, did I see you?
Oh, no.
And I go, oh, boy.
Are you serious? Were you like all for naught? Like, I was there for you, man.
Well, then all the announcers are there on the bus, and he goes, what happened?
Okay.
And I go, I'm looking around at all the announcers looking at us, and I go, you want me to tell you what happened now? And he looks around at all the announcers looking, he goes, yeah. And then what I just told you is told to the bus.
All right.
But if he had done what your friend did,
Yeah.
I don't think I would have ever repeated that story. I probably wouldn't have been friends with him anymore. People would have been like, oh man, what a cool dude. He's so successful. I'd be like, I don't know. I don't talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, listen, throwing up, it always sucks. But like, there's obviously inopportune times that, oh my gosh.
And it happens.
Wait,
What happened? Did you just
I just thought of
think
something.
you were in the wrong town again?
No. I think, oh wait, I got to do this. I threw up at like a very inopportune time. I just remembered.
And you got pictures of it?
I don't have pictures of it. It's emblazoned in my head. The picture of it is emblazoned in my head. But I just want to see if Matt remembers this.
What is it?
I'm just gonna see. Just 1 second.
Are you going to call him?
Yeah.
Nice. It's always nice to hear from your significant other.
Is it?
Yeah.
He has guts.
You do?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Today specifically or just a general hate his guts?
Both.
Okay.
Come on.
Maybe he's tired of you too.
Your call.
Wow.
Oh.
All right. You know what? Screw you. I'll tell you the story.
Okay.
It's pretty quick. It was like probably like the maybe third time we were hooking up,
Mhm.
and he like lived in like 50s somewhere, like 50s and second.
So you hadn't gone all the way yet then.
We did like 15 minutes after we met.
Okay.
But we were in like his old apartment. I saw it like once or twice, and I just remember we were hooking up and doing all sorts of fun things, and then I just proceeded to start throwing up while we were hooking up.
Oh.
It was not ideal, and then he still stayed with me.
Wow.
Love, right?
Sometimes maybe it's like love at first sight, but you don't realize that that's what you're feeling.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe he's like, I met my match.
Yeah.
This is my girl.
Because he's probably just thinking like, this is the girl I'm hooking up with right now.
Right.
But sometimes when something like that happens, you realize, oh, the fact that I'm still willing to be around this person means that like maybe this is the one.
Yeah. I mean, he quickly got
Maybe
me.
I'm romanticizing.
Yeah, no,
You
you're
know what I'm
not. I
saying?
mean, like he quickly got me to the bathroom, but that was another not super proud moment.
No, because then, do you continue on with
No,
your
we did
activities
not
for the
continue
evening?
on.
I
No,
wouldn't
there
think
was
so.
no, it was a wrap.
I would
on
hope
that.
not.
That was a wrap. I don't think anybody involved wanted to continue.
No.
I think we were all good for the night.
I would hope, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just go home kind of in a shame spiral at
Yeah.
that point, right?
I mean, this is a pretty gross beginning of this episode. I hope it's
Yeah. I hope,
doing it for everybody. Sorry.
It's weird. I hope this was what you had in mind when we said we were
Yes.
going to satisfy
Yeah. this
satisfy
is
the
it.
masses.
This is it.
How have you been?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. How come you hate your husband today?
How the what?
How come you hate your husband today?
Oh, because I just hate him all the time.
Oh, not as specific.
No, we did. I don't know. It was just a fight, a normal match.
Another one.
Yeah, and then
It's just unremarkable at this point.
just like a really bad fight. And then I had gotten in a fight with yesterday with Stanley T from the mashup. about something, long story, something with the show, and then I was fighting with him and fighting with you. So I was fighting with all of the men in my life.
Yeah, I felt like I was getting some energy from other people.
No.
But I was like, okay, that's part of the deal.
No, it's not.
You get so mad about clips.
Because I feel like clips. Do you not enjoy the clips?
Clips are great.
Friends, I feel like it's part of a podcast. It's part of spreading the word, spreading the love, getting people excited. It's like when a trailer drops, or like it's like a tease. It's like, people want to see our faces.
I know, but like to get really like, I'm going to get in a fight about clips. That's not a thing.
And I wasn't really fighting about the clips. I was making a joke, and then you kept going.
Right, because you made a joke, which I was fine with.
Yes, it was a cute joke. I thought it was funny.
It was fun. And then I made a joke back about, like, I thought.
And this is not even together. This is through
and
Travis.
It was through Travis. So the fact that the message was coming through Travis, it made me feel like this is even more obviously a joke because it's coming through Travis.
Right.
Like, if I just said to your face with like an angry expression, then it's like, this doesn't feel like a joke. This feels bad to me. But then I was like, well, the fact that it's coming through Travis is like, well, clearly. This is a joke. And by the way, I reassessed, and it was on the level of your joke, in my opinion. But then you were just having a feelings day.
No, it was not a feelings day. It was that yours felt low blowy.
What was low blowy about it?
It felt like you were like, I felt like you were like,
You said he's not making not making us clips, but you phrased it in a way where it was like my duty to do that. Which
you made it your duty when we first started the pod. You were like, I want to do this.
First
I
of
was
all,
like, let's get it. Let's
we
get
need
one.
to stop talking about making duty.
You don't take it.
I don't
you make it.
I don't like the whole conversation.
Okay.
But it was it was more phrased in a way where it was like you need to accomplish your assignment, which I would never
right. And I know you don't like
receive well.
And I would never talk down to you like that.
I wouldn't think so either, which is why I was like, oh, okay, that's a joke.
It was a joke.
Right. And then I said, well, tell her she needs to get herself a producer.
Right.
Which again is like, well, that's a joke based on your joke. We're all following the same joke logic.
I just didn't feel nope.
And then Travis goes, oh my God.
I think she's really mad.
He goes, oh my God. Did you read the group text? I'm like, no. I said no. He goes, she's really, really mad. I go, what?
Poor Travis, was he scared?
He goes, yeah, she's really, really mad. I was like, well, he was scared, but also kind of thought it was funny.
Right, of course. I was worried that it was going to come to the air. But the only reason I was talking through Travis was because I didn't want to bother you because you're on the air.
I didn't feel any way about it.
Okay.
Like there's no.
Well, I assigned your feeling.
Yeah, I know. You don't need to justify anything. I didn't feel any way about it. But then, because the only reason I even said that was because you said, well, when I texted you guys, I was like, well, you didn't text us guys. You only texted him. Right? Which I knew. I was like pointing that out. That's going to.
You're a needler.
That's a needler, but it is true.
I hate your guy.
You know what I mean? You didn't text me.
Right.
But I said, because I was like, what? And so I said, well, then I started replaying it through my head. I was like, no. We were on the same wavelength. And the fact that Travis was like so like taken aback, why would she be angry?
Right. That fed you being like,
made me go like, well, I was thinking the same thing. And then I thought back in the whole conversation, I was like, yeah, it was one joke that led to another joke that then hurt your feelings, which you're entitled to your feelings. But
also, I think I have pretty thick skin. So don't you know by now, like very thick skin.
No. You only have thick skin for certain things. You have completely no skin at all for other things. You're just open nerves. Like when you just decide something is like serious because you decided it was serious, you're an open nerve, and it's like a dentist is like, I don't think you need Novocaine, and you're like,
it's a decision. Or it's not a decision.
Okay,
it's just feelings.
Okay, but
feelings, I can.
But that's even less fair because if you're like, well, I have a thick skin, so I go, okay, well, here's a joke, and you're like, oh, I forgot to mention, you hit the open nerve, surrounded by thick skin, and now you will receive all of the damage. Here come.
You will rue.
Right. You're going to rue the day that you did this. And I go, I'm not 100% sure of the lesson to take away from this because now I have to dance around thick skin to not hit a nerve.
Yeah. I believe you said something to the effect of, I used to be able to tell jokes. And I think my response back was, well, you need to work on your jokes. You said something
And I said something about I used to be able to tell jokes or something like that. And you said, well, you need to work on your jokes. And I was like,
sorry, I had to.
I know. I thought it was such a typical, okay, you're right. It's my fault for somehow
telling a bad joke.
Yeah, the joke was so bad compared to your amazing Carlin-esque
Also,
joke.
shut up. Also, I don't like, there's something very condescending when someone says, it feels very condescending. Just my feeling. When you say something like, I feel like if you're projecting, or this is misguided, or I
mean, it was
feel like
definitely
you're
misguided.
actually angry about something else. No, I was fucking angry at you.
I know, but
And that's okay. And I can express my feelings.
I don't think it was based on the conversation we were having. There's no way. It doesn't make sense.
A little bit. It's like I couldn't get anything out of you. And it was like, I'm asking for one simple thing.
Right.
It was not about the clips. I brought it back to the clips. I was asking for something completely different.
Right.
But
you would have gotten it. You know I would give you. When do you not get? When do I keep?
So much. I'm still
You get.
I need.
You need. I know you need because it's more. But you know you would got.
Anyways.
I don't keep from you.
No, I know. But I just was like, why has he got to be such an asshole?
Right. This one.
You're just being an asshole to be an asshole.
Well, because it was a text through another person.
Also,
which
you can't also like
which I wouldn't have responded to your text if you had texted me anyway, which you know because I was on the air and I totally get your. I'm not upset that, but
no.
like it was a joke
You can't,
through a person.
You can't read or hear like inflection with a text message, right?
Especially when it's a text through somebody.
Well, I was trying to get around the you being on
but
air.
so now I can't.
Because I needed an answer fast, and you were on the
Why?
air. Because time is ticking.
Why do you need the answer fast? Why do you need it right now?
Because I'm impatient.
Okay.
Anyways, I get home and I'm like, Matt's like, do you want to talk?
Because
he's in the doghouse. And between you and him and then Stan, I started welling up and he's like, what? And I was like, just all the men in my life are disappointing me right now. And he goes, I gotta go.
We all love you.
You can love me and still be assholes.
I know. But don't you ever go like, well, if all the men are doing this,
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Maybe.
No.
Okay.
I'm the first to say that to somebody. If everybody's calling you the asshole, right? Like if everybody's like pointing the finger at you, maybe you need to look in the mirror and be like, am I the asshole?
Yeah.
But not this time.
Do you think you might maybe for a moment had problems with expectations?
A little, baby. But also, I just feel like sometimes we don't need to needle. Sometimes we don't need to make jokes. And a simple like, let's talk after the show or let me see. Not,
Yeah, but you also know with me, when somebody decides to go like, oh, I'm going to.
Sorry. I just huffed and spit.
You know what? Spitting is not like you.
It's not. I'm a lady.
In any context.
No.
When somebody goes like, no, I'm going to really let Sam have it. I go, is this what you want to do? Like, is this?
You want to go to war, Balake?
Right. Just like the last time you decided to go to war. And what did your husband say? Why?
What are you doing?
What are you doing that for?
This one, I feel like I could. This one, I feel like I.
But how do I know?
Rationalize.
But how do I know when it's serious and not serious? How do I know?
You don't. It's the beauty of loving me.
And also, here's why you're the only one in my life that could get away with like going off the handle, even though you say I'm not going off the handle.
Because we can laugh about it after?
No, because I go, you know what? If I've accepted this person, if I get so much joy and entertainment out of the fun part of the crazy, to then go, well, I shouldn't have to deal with the other part of the crazy is totally unfair on my part.
Right.
You understand? So like if I said, well, I'm not dealing with that part of the crazy, not that it was crazy, it was legitimate. but if I said...
Kind of just like your wife, right? Like there's things about her that drive you crazy. But you love her so much.
Right. And they're all part of that same family.
Right.
So it's like you kind of have to.
I try to behave myself, but I mean,
I just want to, and I want you to be you.
I am.
So I go, okay, I have to just, and then that's also when I disengage until you're ready to engage again, like a human being.
And I did.
And you did.
And I joked.
And I did.
We joked.
And we were like, yeah, everything's fine.
I just sometimes feel like, sometimes I feel like I give and I give in all aspects of my life, not like favors. Like I just feel like I give.
I get that.
Like sometimes I'm like, and Matt does so much for me, like, and so much for the kids. He is amazing.
But you do a lot too.
I just do so much, and then sometimes I just feel like I get dutied on.
I get it. I get it. And you feel that way.
Keeping in the
But
theme.
there are many times where I'll go like I had to come to terms, and I'm not saying this to you, I'm talking about me.
Yeah.
And go like I would just sit there one day and go see somebody's like, let's go back to the clip thing, right? I go, well, I see somebody's clip or video on their show talking about this topic. Why don't we talked about that? Why does Hot Dog not have the video for me right now? And like, there's an instinct that goes like, what the fuck, dude? Why wouldn't you have this video for me? Right?
Right.
But then I have to go, wait.
Breathe.
They're not in my head. They don't know. They're not. Let me go like,
you're right.
hey guys, what do you think of doing this? Oh yeah, okay. And then maybe like later on, because they're also human beings that have their own things going on, right. I'll go like, okay, just this is something I'd like to have when you and I'm not the one doing it. So you go at your pace, and when we're ready, we're ready.
So not that this is like the main source of like our stupid argument, but I did say a long time ago, I don't want you to feel like you have to do all this stuff. And you're like, no, this is on me. I want to do all this stuff. I like to be in control. Like you like to do your stuff. It's like your stuff. I get that. So you don't want like a producer. But I did say, I wish that I could take some of it off of your plate because you do have a lot. And I do know how to use the tool we need now. Would you allow me to try to cut clips for the Satisfied?
Wait. You know how to use that tool you need?
Someone taught me.
Yeah. I didn't know you know how to edit video.
I just learned.
Whoa. Yeah, I want to see what you could do.
I mean, yeah, like it'll be like a trial.
Yeah, we'll see if it passes. And
right?
I'm just sitting there like sending you notes.
I'm
sending you notes
everything.
back. Yeah.
This transition sucks.
At 0:30, between 0:30 and 0:32, why would this line still be in?
Well, do you know why I got good at it? Because I had an asshole like that I was doing something for. That was like from a minute 16 to a minute 18.
I can't.
And I just was like, okay. And then eventually, after just driving myself crazy, I was like, I'm kind of smooth at this now. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing I can never do. I can't micromanage. I don't like to micromanage specifically. And I think it's red flaggy when I meet people and they excuse themselves by going, I'm so type A.
No.
But then I'm watching them like
so type asshole.
Right. Because they're micromanaging and they're treating their people poorly. Mm-hmm. And it's like there's never an excuse for that.
I put my head down and I shut up because when you're getting paid a nice amount of money, then it's just like, all right, fine, just not let them be an asshole, but let me just like keep working on it.
But I'm looking at it from their perspective, and they're going, well, I can treat them like this because I'm paying them.
Correct.
And it's like that's not
true. Yes.
You're buying their skill, which they have that either you don't or you have it, you just don't have the time to execute it, and they're doing that for you. That's what you're paying for. You're not paying for the ability to dehumanize them.
No, that's fair.
You know what I mean? They're not there. They're there to do the job that you hired them for, and if they're not, then find somebody else. But don't treat them poorly.
No, you're right.
So you were being micromanaged.
Yes, but it was for a client, right? It was for somebody who wants.
I know exactly what you're saying.
And I was like, okay, I think that's dumb, but this is on you. So So after,
see if I got that, I'd be like, there's no amount of money.
Well, that's what I said to the person that got me this job.
Yes,
and they were like, yeah, but all this money. And I was like, I almost was like you, but then I remembered how much I like money.
You do like money.
For 2 seconds.
And you like to buy yourself a little something.
I did maybe on the way here. I was like, you know what? I need that.
Yeah.
I bought a little dress.
You did?
I don't need. It's super expensive.
I think you need it.
I think I need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
No. With me, there's very little.
Yeah.
That I would say, that's not going to work.
Well, I think probably that's where you wanting to do all your stuff. And it's like my stuff. I want ownership. I want it to look the way and sound the way that I want it to sound. So I don't need anybody else. But asking for help is really great sometimes.
I love asking for help. I have so many people around me now.
Okay.
But I'm not going to micromanage. I'll joke around with Hot Dog, but like I won't actually
joke around, and I'm air quoting, or
no, I will be very aware when I look at and I realize like, oh, his feelings are getting hurt. We need to stop.
Can you tell?
100%.
What's the face
you
makes?
Could see it? No, you can see it all the time. You can see it in people's eyes when they're not enjoying
when their lip starts to quiver.
No, there's a little glass in the eye, or they're not laughing or they're fake laughing. Then it's like, okay, this isn't fun.
I pushed it too far.
Like
you're king of that.
Let's reel it back. But then we reel it back.
Right, but let me just take it right up to the edge.
No, but by the way, no, I don't. No, I don't, because then you decide that, no, that's where I've decided to be sensitive. and nobody can tell.
But
Nobody
also,
has any idea.
Again, it's not a decision. Do you agree that like feelings are feelings? You can't have like that's when Matt's like, I'm just stressed out about this. He goes, just don't stress out about it. I'm like, perfect.
That's not overly helpful.
Right, but it's just like feelings are feelings, emotions are emotions. They come up. I wish that I didn't get. I will. I mean, screw Matt. That's I think little too late, or it's a lost cause. That's the saying I'm thinking of. But I will work on trying to remember who I'm dealing with when I'm talking to you, because I know that you never actually are like that. You're not him.
No, I'm not a mean guy.
No, I mean, but I love you very much, and so maybe that's where I'm passionate. I'm passionate. That's
true, and I accept that. But also sometimes I go like, maybe if I'm going to be sensitive about this, I can't be so accepting of that because that's going to lead to this. So now I have to stop that before we get to this.
Okay.
That's me.
Look at this. We just worked this out ourselves, and I've been searching for couples therapists all morning. So
Have you?
But you and I were able to, yeah.
But
you and I were able to get right through it.
Yeah.
Do you think we would never? But like in theory, do you think you could sit down and mediate Matt and I, like as a therapist?
I believe I could.
You actually think you could, and not be biased?
Yeah, I think I could do it without being biased. I'm pretty good at not being biased.
Okay.
I'm pretty good at listening. I'm pretty good at not being biased, especially if it was like, we're not doing this for a gag.
Right.
We're doing this for
legit.
real. Yeah, I think I could. And I think I could because I wouldn't be one of those therapists that you can call in their off hours.
No.
You know what I mean? It'd be like, we can do this for an hour.
They should never say that unless they're dealing with somebody who
a true emergency.
Right.
I'll talk to you guys for an hour, break it down, but then I'm stepping away. And you guys work it out. But I'm not bringing it with me.
Yeah, you're not supposed to therapize either, right? Like if you're a really good couples counselor or a really good therapist in general, like you're more of like a mediator, right? You're just like, you hear both sides.
But then also couples therapy can be dangerous if one person starts to get like
win,
and then the other starts to feel dumped on.
But that's why Matt didn't want to go the first time, but we were equal. I got the shit beat out of me.
You did?
And I took it.
But it was equal?
Yeah, very. Oddly.
Yeah.
Apparently I'm not perfect.
Which is odd.
I mean, it's
because I've never heard that before.
Me neither. I thought I was picture perfect.
I thought so too.
I think
that's maybe it's a bad therapist.
We no longer work with her.
Good, smart.
But she was great for a little while, and now we're back to square one and starting.
How do you know when it's not working anymore?
We just felt like we were like doing the things that she was having us do like on our own. We started
And she doesn't have. It's like, is there a level 2? She's like, no, it's all I got.
I'm good. You know what? You graduated.
Right.
See ya.
Yeah. This is all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I love you, and just give me a shot, Coach. Okay, let me try with this episode.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had to let you. You could do whatever you want.
But I want you to like not micromanage, but I want you to be like, you do this because I'm trying to learn. Like this.
Okay.
This sucked.
I love that.
I'm gonna let you hit me with a ruler. Good. Do you know that Matt he went to Catholic school and like was still in the time
corporal punishment?
No, but yeah, they would get like
rulers
hit.
Across the knucks?
Yeah. Isn't that weird? That wasn't that long ago that still happened.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really weird because it's like, it's so proven to be ineffective.
Totally. Especially with the teacher.
All it does is make things much worse.
Right?
Yes.
Like, that's crazy.
Crazy.
He was like he said he remembers their name, Sister Mary whatever, Clarence.
Sister Mary Clarence.
Was that from Sister
Act.
I almost said Sisterhood. Sister Act.
Sister Act too.
One, so good. One, he hated. He said she was like a literally mean old witch. And one, he wanted to bang, which weird because they don't.
And it's weird because it's the same person.
But wait, they don't do that, right? They don't engage in sexual anything.
I don't think they're supposed to.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like nuns, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
Give themselves to God, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely do. What have you you like Sons of Anarchy, right? Yeah. I thought we when that show was on. Right. Yes. Because I love that show, but it wasn't for the same.
Charlie Hunnam.
Yes. I thought that we had Charlie Hunnam conversations before. You love Charlie Hunnam.
And I think it's really cool that what's his name? Who's with oh my God.
What's his name? Who's with oh my God?
What's her name? Peg Bundy. I'm sorry. It's Friday.
Oh, yeah. The guy who created the show.
That they're married.
Yes.
And that he has her in, and they work together a lot. I think that's really cool.
I think that's cool too. I like that a lot.
He's badass.
He's bad. Kurt Sutter.
That's who it is.
Yeah, and she's great on the show too.
She's amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, so Charlie Hunnam. Have you seen what Charlie Hunnam's doing next?
Is he playing a serial killer?
Yeah, he's playing Ed Gein, the butcher of Plainfield, on the next Ryan Murphy monster show.
But that's based on a real.
Oh yeah, it's
I
based.
don't remember who that was because I took a class about serial killers
You did?
and like learned
That
about all
doesn't seem like your thing at
I
all.
was like, it was a forensic science class, but it was awesome.
You enjoyed it.
Yeah, because we were just learning the facts. It wasn't like I was like watching a scary movie. It was like you were learning this is what they were into, or like these were like his trophies, or
That's
like
interesting. So you can hear the stories, but you don't want to see. It's the visuals that
my
are
God.
bad for you.
yeah, man, it's scary.
Yeah.
Like this one, this one was a necrophiliac.
Right.
Like this one, the other day on the air, we were trying to talk about narcolepsy, and Ryan couldn't think of the word, and he was like, "I know." She was a necrophiliac, and I was like, I don't think that's the word
He
you're
said
thinking.
he didn't say that live.
He said necrophiliac.
No.
Yes.
You can't have that on a mashup. We're not mashing it up at that point.
Not family friendly.
No.
Anyways, okay.
Let's get that out of the pre-tape hour.
I don't remember hearing about Ed Gein.
Oh yeah, so
But he was one of the greats, if you can say that.
he is technically. So he's the killer that Psycho,
Okay.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Okay.
and Silence of the Lambs
Are based
is
off.
all based on him.
Hello, Clarice.
But it is, well, he's not that bright.
know.
No. Yeah, Hannibal Lecter is based.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hannibal Lecter, not Buffalo Bill.
Okay.
Buffalo Bill's not based on him. Hannibal.
I'd
No.
Would you fuck?
Yeah. No, Buffalo Bill is based on him more so because Buffalo Bill's making the skin suit.
Be honest. Did you make a mangina the second you saw that?
No, bro.
Oh,
I'm
Matt-
not. Well, I know,
Matt
man.
loves a mangina.
Yeah, see, that's like all. That's a lot of self exploration. I think.
I'll do it at a party.
Yeah,
It's not like
that's.
you're seeing anything.
He's figuring things out for himself.
Yeah,
I think.
you know?
You know, I think he's got a lot to deal with.
Me? It gave me.
Yeah, and then you.
Yeah.
I think the reason that he chose you and you're so much to deal with is that you put so much on his plate, he doesn't have time to deal with what's going on inside of his body.
Perhaps.
I think that's probably what's going on. So he just tucks.
All the way back.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, so first of all, the fact that Ryan Murphy is like, I mean, he's got to make a sexy serial killer out of everyone. Like, it's one thing, okay, like the Menendez brothers,
Yeah.
they were good-looking guys, but they were not.
No, they were cheesy. Even if they were like kind of handsome in moments or scenes, they were cheese.
And then Ryan Murphy goes, no, I'm going to make them really sexy and possibly like insinuate they could have had an affair with each other. And they're going like, why would you put that in the show? Like, we didn't do that.
He's like, I'm Ryan Murphy. I can do whatever I want.
And Ryan Murphy's like, I think you might have. And they're like, we didn't. And he's like, well,
When
maybe.
you're dealing with something like that kind of subject matter, I would assume a creator or director, like a producer, people who are putting this together, are like, you need something to kind of like suck the people in or make them like humanize them a little bit, even though they're not human.
You're developing stan culture for serial killers.
What do you mean?
Like,
Oh, yeah, I know.
there was like Jeffrey Dahmer.
I know.
Was not an attractive man.
No, they
by
didn't-
any
They
stretch.
didn't make him attractive.
What are you talking about? They got Evan Peters
Yes,
or
Evan
whatever.
Peters, but he didn't look attractive as
Bro,
Dahmer.
you did not see all the Dahmer Evan Peters stan.
No, maybe I missed
Everything
that.
Evan Peters does, these women love.
Well, he's hot.
So that's why.
And dark.
Yes.
Dangerous.
And then they're like, imagine if he was like a Jeffrey Dahmer. And then everyone's like, oh, sexy Jeffrey Dahmer.
Okay,
You know?
I got you.
It'd be like I'm shocked that the bear isn't in this show. You know?
Yes.
Utterly
Right.
shocked
Oh,
that he didn't cast the bear to be in this show.
I mean, his name's Jeremy Allen White. Put some respect on his name.
You're right, Bruce.
Yes, Bruce.
Bruce. But like, yeah, when they're like Charlie Hunt, like Ed Gein is one of the least attractive people.
I need to look him up. Can
Look up Ed Gein
Ed.
because I want to see,
My face.
especially after the reaction you gave our crypto bro.
Oh, what a nerd.
What? Yeah, look at.
Oh dear. Okay, no. I mean, yep, that's what you think a serial killer looks like, and but also I think Charlie Hunnam's is great casting
What?
because I can see it a little bit like in his eyes.
You look at that. You look at Ed Gein and go, he kind of looks like Charlie
No,
Hunnam.
I just
You
think,
just said like,
no. They can take Charlie and make him look like that.
I've seen the pictures. He's still look. They made his eye lazy,
There's my boy.
and they go, oh yeah, we're definitely not trying to sexify Ed Gein.
All right, whatever. Stop hating on sexification of horrible people.
You think that's my cross to
This
bear?
is your issue.
You got to figure it out for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we want a sexy serial killer, we're gonna get one. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw, and like Peacock at the same time is doing a John Wayne Gacy show.
He was not attractive. He was a hefty man.
He was a hefty man. And Peacock, it's not a Ryan Murphy show. So their John Wayne Gacy is not sexy.
So you know what's going to happen.
But you know, I bet Ryan Murphy will do John Wayne Gacy, but it'll be Benicio del Toro.
Correct. He'll be like, you told your story? I'm going to tell it in my way now.
I mean, imagine Benicio saying, why don't you get in the car?
Oh, yes, I'd get in immediately.
Right?
Do you have candy in here?
Can I show you the handcuff trick?
Do it. Just kill me now. Yeah, I mean, serial killers, but I think that there is something that's like, so, because it's so mysterious and there's so much about them that we don't know.
Right, there's something dark and sultry, and also, I think I can fix them.
Right, but also like...
But then when they look like Ed Gein, you're like, I don't want to.
Obviously...
But when they're Charlie Hunnam, you kind of want to.
But also, like, think about, like, with, like, people like bad boys. Why do we like bad boys? Why do I like a bad boy? And that's just the extreme. That's just the ultimate bad boy.
Right.
So that's all it is.
But imagine if all he needs is a good woman.
And I could help him.
You could be that woman.
I could be that for him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he didn't have a lot of good women in his life. He had an unhealthy relationship with his mother. And that's the other thing. There's a very Oedipal nature to Ed Gein and his crimes.
But aren't they all? They had some messed up relationship with one of their parents.
I mean, he was literally exhuming corpses and trying to make a female suit so he could become his mom, who had passed on.
So he wanted to do it better. Be like, I'm going to be a nice mom. I'm not going to be as mean as you.
I'm going to be mom 2000.
Wait a minute. Did he sleep with them or just skin them?
Necrophilia is definitely involved.
So did he dress like his mom and then bang her? Skin her?
So like...
What's wrong with us?
I mean, Ryan Murphy's making a sexy show about it. So yeah, I mean, obviously it's very normal. I don't know that he actually exhumed his mom's corpse, but like, yeah, that was so. I mean, cops caught him in the most absurd way.
Tell me why. I don't know. I'm really mad. I don't know about Ed Gein.
So like, when he was found guilty, he was only found guilty of killing 2 people.
Right.
But like in his area, many women had gone missing.
They just didn't like.
And they were like, he clearly did this. And Ed Gein was like, no.
He just wasn't charged with them, but Pep was probably.
They were like, we can prove these 2 for sure.
So.
Did you do the other ones? And Ed was like, no.
All right.
And they were like, whatever, dude. Just go to jail. Yeah. I don't know.
Did he die in jail?
Yeah. Well, he died in a prison, like mental institution. He was actually one of these serial killers. You know, every serial killer tries to get not guilty due to insanity.
Yeah, smart.
He's one of the very few that the insanity plea actually worked, but he was locked up in a mental institution for the rest of his life.
Right.
He died in like 1984.
Which truth could be worse than going to jail. Because I mean, so, like, especially if it's like a state like run one,
and it is.
Those are not nice.
No, because like you really have to prove you're nuts,
right,
to get in those.
Like,
but
they're straight jacketing you and doing weird.
Yeah, but he was really nuts, and all the nurses said he was very polite.
Oh, well, perfect. All right.
So,
well, I mean,
put
him up for parole.
But he did. Like he would also he would dig up corpses a lot.
Yeah.
That was his thing, and like cops did not believe him. He was like, I dug up all these corpses. And the cops were like, okay. And he's like, no, these are the people I dug up. They were like, we don't believe you. And then they went and exhumed the corpses. And they were like, these coffins are empty. He literally did dig up these corpses.
If somebody says it, who doesn't believe them? Who doesn't check it out first and then say, okay.
All right. That was actually very accurate what you said.
They were like, funny joke? Like, I don't understand.
They just thought, like, a lot of times criminals would take credit for things that they didn't do or whatever it is. So, like, nobody is digging up all these corpses. And Ed was like, except for your boy.
How long was he able to do this? Do you know how long he was a serial killer for? Like years?
Well, again, it's not technically a serial killer because he was only found guilty of 2.
We know, though, you and I.
He did it.
Yeah.
He did that shit.
Like, did all of them.
Yeah, he did all of them. But, I mean, it was like 5 years or so. Mm-hmm. But they said, like, the cops were like, we could. So the reason they caught him was because they said he liked to kill, like, huskier women. Because
like a little more meat in their bones.
Because his mother was a bit of a husky woman,
It's all back to mom.
So they said that the lady who ran the general store went missing, or she wasn't there, or whatever. The general store. And so 2 things happened. There was one witness that said they saw Eddie Gein in the store a couple days before, and he said, "I'll be back to buy a gallon of antifreeze."
What would you need that for?
And they said, okay. And then it was like, it's weird that I remember. And then so when they got back to the store and the lady who ran the store was missing, there was a receipt for a gallon of antifreeze that was left behind. And 2, there was a trail of droplets of blood.
Jesus.
And they went from the general store to Ed Gein's house.
They just followed. They
Just went to, yeah.
Follow your nose.
Right. They were like, well, I don't know if this receipt's going to be enough. It's pretty damning. But they were like, well, what about that trail of blood? Yeah, that'll help.
Why are they always dumb? Like, why are criminals always dumb? Like, you didn't even like look down and go, oh, this is gonna lead back to me.
I think at a point, it's like people who cheat on their spouses a lot.
Yeah, like want to get caught eventually.
Yeah, at a point, like at first, there's probably an excitement to covering your tracks. But then when nobody catches you, it's almost like the closest I can think of is when I'm playing a video game and I get good at it.
Yeah.
I start to make mistakes on purpose
Right.
to just get the challenge up a little bit.
Okay.
And I think that might happen, and it might be subconscious.
Yeah.
But that might happen to people even on this grotesque level.
And even somebody who does things that are like as horrible as a serial killer does, there's an element of like
Because there's that rush.
Right, but also carrying it. It's like a lot to carry, even though like even if you don't feel bad.
Like there's got to be an end to this.
Yeah. Like it's just like what's the point?
This only ends one way.
Right.
And like when are we getting to the end?
Right.
Like
So
this
let me
is
help
ridiculous.
it along a little
right.
bit.
Yeah. I think that there may be something to that too.
Right? Wait, so when is this coming out? Do we know?
Like soon, like 3 weeks, next
Now I'm
month.
kinda
Yeah.
excited.
Early October. But yeah, they said like when cops busted into his house, they were like, what the hell is going on? Because they busted into his house. And first, like they go in, they're like, well, where's this corpse of this lady? Right. And they bust in, I guess, from the back, and they see what they think is a deer, like a hunter hunts a deer.
Right.
If they're gonna get the meat out, they'll bring it back to the house, put it up on hooks, and let it hang out,
Right, and dry.
and then cut it up and everything. So like, oh, there's a deer up there. Nope,
No.
that was a human corpse.
Is it mom?
No,
Okay.
it was the lady from the general store.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Lady
sorry.
from the general store.
Poor lady.
And then they look around and they're like, oh my God, this lampshade is made of human flesh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, this chair over here is made of human bones. Like it was all over the place. And then they started finding masks that were made of, like face masks made of flesh. And they found a hole.
It has to smell so horrible.
Yeah, he's got to, right? And then he had a whole like suit, a lady suit, complete with privates and everything that he had made. And he liked to put on his lady suit and the face and go out in the garden at nighttime in a full moon and dance.
Okay. Just because? Just because he could?
It made him feel closer to his mom, he said.
I get that.
Yeah.
Did it put the lotion on the skin?
Well, he probably did. But he probably had to put the lotion on the skin because Buffalo Bill was going to carve her up and has to keep the skin in good shape.
Yeah. I just almost said, like, what happened to you as a child for that to happen?
Well, the
But,
mother
like,
was not. She
yeah.
was a very religious lady. She didn't let him or his brother associate with anybody else because she thought they were heathens and going to hell.
Oh, okay. So she was demented as well.
Very much so.
Okay.
Very much so.
And mental illness is hereditary, certain ones.
Yeah, but there's mental illness, and then there's like, I'm going to collect corpses.
Right, and skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might have been a shoebox that they found in the garage full of vulvas.
Specifically a vulva.
No, full of them.
Many
Not
vulvas. Yes.
He is,
Plural.
and he painted them silver.
Oh, I would have gone gold, but that's just me. More of a gold chick. Silver was his vibe.
He had a belt made of nipples.
Oh, wow. I'm not going to lie. I bet that was pretty hot.
I mean, it probably looked cool.
Do you want to know the truth? If you were telling me about this and that you were pumped to see this because it's just going to be crazy, another Reimer thing, and it wasn't someone like a Charlie Hunnam, and it was someone like, they got like whatever, the guy that plays Napoleon Dynamite or something.
John Heater?
Him. I'd be like, no, I'm not going to see this. But now I will be there front and center the second it comes out.
Because you want to see Charlie Hunnam do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's Charlie Hunnam.
And he's so hot right now, like Hansel.
So hot right now. He was always so hot. I was really devastated when he didn't end up playing Christian Grey, which was probably the best for his career, but I wanted him to be Christian Grey in 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, that's interesting because 50 Shades of Grey never panned out as the franchise they thought it was going to be.
It was the books were
Why did the movies not?
I don't know. It felt like forced a little bit, and it was like a little cheesy when it was like this really.
And didn't
like,
the couple
dark-
not have great chemistry?
Yeah, it was Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan. He's like the Irish dude. Dornan, I think. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it just wasn't, and it just did. I don't know.
Did you see the movies?
Yeah,
And you
It really hurt my heart. I
Interesting.
wish I just stayed with the books were so dark and so hot and so amazing, and it just didn't match.
Yeah, because those books were everything for a while.
Yeah.
And then I felt like by the time that third movie came out, nobody cared.
Yeah, you were correct. It was just they had signed the deal. But yeah, I'm glad for him, but I did want to see him as that. I feel like he could have saved it.
Maybe, because I thought there was a moment where like they were going to try to make Charlie Hunnam a movie star because
Yeah.
that Sons of Anarchy show was so huge.
But maybe he does. Maybe he didn't want that.
Maybe he didn't want it. Maybe he made the wrong choices at
Or like,
first.
maybe, or like artistically, like I feel like some actors like come on the scene, and they don't want just like the blockbusters.
I feel like Taylor Kitsch is like that.
Right?
He doesn't want to do movie star
No.
stuff. And his vibe isn't movie star.
I
He
mean,
likes to,
you would know. He's your boy.
I love that interview with Taylor Kitsch.
I love
He
that.
wants to be an actor.
Right.
And there's a difference between being an actor and a movie star. The Rock's at that place now.
Yeah.
Where The Rock's like, no, I want to be I want to be an actor.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've proven that I can be a movie star, and I think people don't think that I can be an actor.
Right.
And I would like to prove
Right.
that I could be an actor. And I think that's why, like, now that he's going to these film festivals and
Yeah.
showing Smashing Machine, that like it's so meaningful that it's getting a
Right.
good response.
Right.
Because he's in a Benny Safdie movie and
Right,
it's
right,
like
right.
a A24.
Don't say Benny Safdie.
Why?
I don't know, because that makes it like he's your boy, Benny. You know Benny Safdie? No.
That's his name. Nobody says What do you mean, Benjamin Safdie? It's Benny.
Ben. I don't think I ever heard anyone say Benny.
What do they say?
Ben.
Nobody says Ben Safdie.
Benjamin Safdie. Ben Safdie.
It's Benny Safdie. Who are the Safdie brothers?
Well, who is the one that was just in Happy Gilmore 2?
Benjamin Safdie.
That was him?
It's Benny Safdie.
I didn't think it was Benny, but okay.
I mean,
I know. I trust you. I don't know. It sounds like one of those things. It's like if I said,
it's not like I'm saying Bob De Niro.
Bobby.
Bobby
Even
De Niro.
though people that know him, that are friends with him, say
That's
that
what I
that's
mean.
what they call him, right? Benny.
Look, it's like Benny Safdie is
Benny
how he's on
Safdie.
IMDb.
All right, my bad. Benny, no disrespect, my bad.
I'm a big Benny Safdie fan.
Huge. Yeah, so he showed off his acting chops and shows like that. Like I think a lot of them think, and that, rightfully so, if I'm going to be in this industry, I don't like it. You're a sellout if you, I think, start with those blockbusters or start with
Well-
like the big paychecks. You want to show that like you actually have acting chops, and you're actually like talented, and then maybe throw a couple of those in.
But it's two separate things, right? Some people are perfectly happy being movie stars,
Yeah.
and some people aren't. Like, I think Tom Cruise, for example, would probably at this point far prefer he likes being in these big blockbuster movie star movies.
Yeah, and he also
He's proven he can act.
Yeah, he's an amazing
He
actor.
did Vanilla Sky and Magnolia.
Freaking weirdo. Oh yeah.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Jerry Maguire?
Jerry Maguire. You complete me.
Oh my god.
You love that.
But also like the fact that he's like the age that he is and
Still jumping off the Burj Khalifa.
and like doing it. Like
Yeah.
he is a stuntman. Like I respect. Like that's like honestly,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
It is crazy. Almost to the point where it's like, no, I respect it, but also it's totally unnecessary.
And dumb.
Why are you
Yeah.
doing that?
But right, because for like those types of things, and when you're as big of an actor as like he is, normally you always have a stunt. Like some people like to do stunts sometimes. He's like, no, I'll do the craziest shit ever.
I wonder what the insurance is on those movies.
Yeah. No.
Right, crazy, because you can't
Crazy.
damage Tom Cruise. He's too valuable.
Right. And like alone that, but I mean, yeah, that just the insurance alone, forget paying him
Right.
or for to make the movie. All of a sudden I'm seeing this, speaking of Tom Cruise, Scientology, I'm seeing whoever who's, Shelley Miscavige, she's or Miscavige, however you say it,
Yeah.
she's like allegedly missing.
Well, she is. We
Okay.
don't know where she. I don't know. I'll tell you this. I don't know
You
where
don't
she's
know.
at.
But her husband like runs right, David. So this girl's come out now and she's claiming she's the niece
Mm-hmm.
of David, and she escaped. So I don't know if it's like I'm getting taken or I keep seeing her pop up and she's trying to like get the word out.
Right. You should look into it.
You don't think I'm right?
You could be or you couldn't be. There's literally a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, especially dealing with me.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
I just like I'm like there's no way that if from what people say they would have already like found her and like tied her up or something.
I would imagine. Yeah.
Right?
I would think
I'm gonna see if I can find.
that should probably be a New Year's resolution for you.
What?
2026,
Don't just
whatever
click
next
and
year
believe?
is. Yeah, like follow up. There's no reason not to follow up a little.
I'm gonna see if I can.
You know, if you're interested, read something that you're interested in, and then maybe get off Instagram for 1 second and Google it.
Literally sound like my husband.
Yeah.
Like I ask a question, then he's like, I don't know. He's like, why don't you look it up?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't care. And he's like, you just asked the question. This is what's wrong with you. Why don't you want to know things?
Right.
You just asked. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't care that much to pick up my phone.
Why don't you just chat GPT it? It's like having a friend with you all the time.
It is. Do you use ChatGPT often?
So I said this on the air,
Yeah.
but like I couldn't think of, I was doing, I did a video about a movie that I watched called Dangerous Animals, which is amazing. You can get it on the Not Sam YouTube channel.
Okay.
And the movie's amazing. I'm not trying to say, I mean, I thought my video was good, but I wouldn't just sit here and say my review of this movie was amazing. But
it is her.
okay.
Okay.
I was trying to think of the word exposition to describe what was going on with this character, you know, like why this scene existed. But I couldn't think of the word. It was on the tip of my tongue. And I go, what is it? Like when you're learning about the background of a character in a scene, what is it? And I started Googling it, and like it wasn't anywhere. And so I just opened ChatGPT, and I just wrote in, hey, what? You got to write, hey, you got to say what's up.
Yo,
you know?
what's up?
Hey,
Chatty.
what's it called in a movie when they design a scene to explain the background of a character? And then it doesn't make those sounds. You know, it's not like the board, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
That's how
It's not a pressure luck board. It goes much quicker than that. And it just goes, generally in film, exposition is used to, I go, exposition, you nailed it. And then I just started asking it other questions because I had such a great, and it was great, man.
Okay.
It was really great. And I didn't want it to be great, but it was really great.
It's your boy.
Yeah.
You feel like you're never really alone. He's always right there.
I don't mind being alone.
That's right. I mind being alone.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Do you ever use it?
I do. I've used it when everyone was making themselves like action figures.
Okay.
I've used it to fight, not with you, but like if I'm trying to make a point and like it's not coming out, I've done that. I've had to help with an email.
You make your venomous text more succinct through ChatGPT?
If it's something that like deserves like a long, like this was like a block, like I really need to get through all of these points and I want it to be well thought out.
Was it good? Was it effective?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, and if they're definitely saying it better than me.
Next time we get into a fight on text, I'm just going to respond, you didn't write this. It'll drive you crazy. You know why? Because I think it'll drive you crazy, but I also think it'll ease the tension.
Okay.
And you'll go, oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Well, listen, let's see. Who knows?
See what happens.
Maybe we'll have the answers next week. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the audio podcast.
And don't judge if the clip that you get next week or today, tomorrow, you know, we're recording this before, is bad. I'm doing my best.
Right. And I might give her bad tips on purpose. Just because now it's such a thing. We'll see you then.